3, 2, 1, go. So this is going to be Sailor Moon, another story, 80% boosted, I suppose. It's not really a New Game Plus run. It's just a way that there's a way you can access, I guess, an easy mode, if you want to put it that way. But for this boosted mode, all of our Sailor Scouts are going to start at level 16, and their stats are going to be boosted incredibly far beyond level 16. This is going to eliminate, I'm positive, all the grinding in the run. I do have guidelines for where I would need to stop grinding in a regular run. This is the first time, I think it's the first time anybody's done a speedrun of a boosted new game. So we're gonna see how it goes. I mean, it should obviously be much faster, be much easier, much more consistent than an 80% run. But what the difference is, I don't know yet. Open the menu, Sailor Moon. Thank you. Not accessories. Formation, formation, formation. There we go. Dun, 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 dun. Cluster's still going to be the fastest formation to be in. If it's the best DPS in a regular one, it's going to be the best DPS in a boosted run too. So we're going to be staying in Cluster until the very final boss of the game. This game doesn't have front row and back row formations like typical RPGs. There are 4 different Sailor Scout formations you can choose. Some of which have front and back rows, some of which have you in a line. Each position gets different boosts and penalties, depending on the position and also, of course, which formation you're in. Good morning. That's a lot of damage. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Holy cow, this is going to be fun. We are going to obliterate everything in our path in this game. Oh, this is going to be great. I'm going to have so much fun with this. Oh my god, that enemy got blown up. It has 21 hit points. That's way more than 21 damage. Oh my goodness, this is going to be great. Boom, 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 boom. But as I was saying, the cluster formation puts you in a 2-1-2 formation, just like a 2-1-2 zone of basketball. And that center position is going to be like the captain, superstar position. It's going to get a very chunky attack boost. It's going to be, I think it's a little bit of a defense boost. Not as much as the back row, but definitely better than the front row. And it's going to deal a ton of damage out of that position. So our best damage dealer is going to go right there in that middle spot at all times. Once Sailor Saturn joins the party permanently, she's going to be there for a very long time until we split the party, in which case we're going to split up Saturn and Jupiter will take the middle position for that party pretty much until the end of the run. And we're still 4-7 behind the first split because it's a one-turn fight anyway. Oh my goodness, my mic's falling over. Hold on. Boom, boom, doo 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 doo. I just wanted to get it away from my nose a little bit, so I'm not just breathing into it with my stuffy sinuses. Boom, boom, boom. So Amy's friend is coming to visit, he lives very, very far away. So she's going off to the train station to meet him. The rest of the scouts, they're all of her really good friends, I must add. I kind of want to know if there's something going on between the two of them. That's what most of this conversation is about. It's about boys. So we're going to follow her. Try to get some gossip. Lita's not entirely on board with this, but She also doesn't want to be left out, I suppose. Oh, okay. I do want to point out that that scene starts with Sailor Moon saying, "Hey, everybody transform. Something bad is happening." And then they start talking about boys, and now we're following Amy to the train station. See if she's got a boyfriend. See who this guy is. Boom, 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 boom. Booda boom. I'm just so sniffly, snuffly, stuffy. I wonder how far those two have gotten, she says. So we're here just waiting to ambush them when they come off the train platform, like all good friends do. That music is never good. That music means something bad is happening. What's going on? There's a monster, get out of the way! So of course, because we are the Sailor Scouts and trouble finds us wherever it is we may go. There's trouble at the train, on the train platform. A whoosh. So it's a good thing we happen to be in the neighborhood, totally by happenstance. Not at all in an effort to gossip. But now we're all here. Huzzah! Let's go save our friend. Now I can talk about turbo controllers, because this is a game that lets you use turbo controllers. Or rather, this is a speedrun that lets you use turbo controllers. I'm using the Super Advantage. It's this big, chunky arcade stick-like looking thing. I like it. I like it a lot. It has three options for your controls. Obviously, turbo off. It has what's called turbo, which means I push down the button and I get turbo out of it. And auto, which means I flip it all the way over and I don't have to push the button. It's just constantly hitting that button. If I turn it on full turbo, full automatic rather, that's great for text. Like in a cutscene, I can turn it on auto. We'll advance to the text. Of course, now we're in a scene change. There we go. That's fine. If I turn it on turbo, manual turbo, if you will, it doesn't change how text boxes work. But it's strictly faster in combat. If I have automatic on in combat, it's slower than using manual turbo to get through the combat menus. But at the end of combat, when it's telling me how much EXP I got, items that dropped, who leveled up, those screens go by faster in full turbo than manual turbo. So there's actually tech to using your turbo properly, at least with this controller, for this game. Which is why I'm going to be cursing turbo at different times during this run, because I'll be thinking I'm in one mode and I'm not. I'll open menus I don't mean to, because of turbos. I'm fat fingering turbo switches and stuff. It takes a little bit of getting used to, for sure. I feel like my split notes are not working. And that's because they're not working. I can see that now. We're going to fix this in a second when I get into the subway here, because now we're going to go on our first shopping trip. Whoosh, whoosh. There was an item I got right after the very, very first fight that I basically stole from my friend. And it's a rare collectible item that I can bring to the collector's shop here and get quite a bit of cash for it. It's the only thing the shop does. The only thing that you can do here is to sell your rare collectible items that you can't sell anywhere else. Oh, the other thing is if I have turbo on automatic, and I push down the button, turbo turns off. The whole button turns off, so that's fine. That's what happened there for a hot second. I'm gonna have to open up my split notes again. I'm gonna need them kind of nowish because I'm about to go shopping. And I need my shopping trip notes. Make sure I don't overbuy. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Choosing a turn. My turbo A off. Oh, we are definitely going to be buying the wrong thing. Boom, boom. But this is not a typical fantasy RPG, so we're not going to get typical fantasy RPG items. We're going to be buying cologne. We're going to be buying bath medics, which I think are like bath bombs. Don't hold me to that. We're going to be buying manicure sets. But that's it for items right now. Now I gotta go buy some accessories. You know, I gotta buy armor and equipment to wear. So we're gonna go to the jewelry store and buy what's on the list today. 7 bracelets. Come on, menu. 7 bracelets. Anklets, anklets, anklets. 5 anklets. There we go. All of our accessories are not gonna be armor, helmets, stuff like that. It's going to be bracelets, tiaras, chokers, anklets. For items, for healing, we're going to be using a wide variety of foods. Sushi, nigiri, lots of soup in the run. For other items, we're going to be buying a lot of perfume. Any kind of perfume you can think of, we're probably going to buy it. It's on the shopping list at some point. Bath bombs, cologne, manicure sets, all sorts of hot fashion accessories and self-care items. Makeup, lots of makeup, lipstick, stuff like that too. That's what I was thinking of, and for whatever reason the word lipstick would not pop into my head. Good lord. So I don't actually remember where I split there, which is why there's still no time on that split. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Now I can see everything you need to see on the screen again. So this is where we're learning a little bit about the main antagonist in this game. That's Sin on top. And Sin is the leader of the Oppositio Senshi, who are more or less just our polar opposites. It will be very easy to tell who the one-on-one rivals are, who's supposed to match up with who, if that makes sense, between us and the Oppositio Senshi. They are essentially evil versions of us. And we're also going to be seeing this menu quite a bit in certain locations. Opening up this menu, opening up any menu really, resets my step count, for lack of a clearer term. So it's going to help me avoid encounters. The menu I happen to be opening up is the Makeup Link menu. Turbo off, there we go, which lets me experiment, if you will, and try to learn link-up techniques between 2 or 3 of my Sailor Senshi, so that if they're all together in a party, they can team up and use a combination attack. The only combination attack we're going to use in the speedrun is Healing Shower between Sailor Moon and Sailor Venus. It actually does not heal any hit points whatsoever. I don't know why it is named that. But Healing Shower will give everybody in the party a massive attack bonus that stacks with other attack bonuses. Because not all attack bonuses stack, some of them will override each other. John Nate! I'm gonna split when we leave. Out. Out. Out, out. You see I've got the Turbo A on. Oops, and I got Turbo Start on by accident. Oh no. That's why it's not always good to have Turbo A on. Run, run, run. Oh my gosh. There we go. Didn't mean to have it on full auto at least. We should be able to get through. Oh, come on. So now we're going to meet our enemies a little bit more personally here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. So the Opposite essentially are trying to change destiny. They are tired of all the fighting around the Ginjui show. They've been affected very badly by the wars, lost friends, family members, things like that. So they're trying to change destiny so that we as the Sailor Scouts don't necessarily get involved with that war and all the fighting and battling. They're quite bitter about the fact that we couldn't save absolutely everybody. I think is part of their motivation. You know, those steps up by the temple, I didn't think were going to count, but maybe they do, because that was quite a quick trigger there. They were just bad RNG. Maybe those steps do count. Oh, for crying out loud, I didn't even attempt to it. I just blinked out. Come on. Oh, there we go. Now we're in the school. I won't have to worry about in the school because we're going to be changing areas quite often here, hopping from floor to floor. Boom, boom, boom. Left, second door. So now we're here to save all of our friends. First we find Sailor Mercury. We find out that the Opposite Sen aren't really trying to kill us right now. They're putting us to sleep and letting us see these dreams of the life we could have if we never became Sailor Scouts. For Amy, that means rather than running around saving the universe, you can work in the research lab and study and research and experiment, be a scientist. Just something she's always wanted to do. And if we would just stop fighting and accept this alternate future, it could all be ours. And now I've got everybody's Encounter set, I can mash A for the rest of this chapter. I've got to move around and stuff, but still, I can mash A. Upstairs, first door for Sailor Mars. So as soon as we fight this fight, we can see what Sailor Mars is thinking about. That's Ray-chan, alright. That's definitely Tuxedo Mask. Hum. The plot thickens, etc., etc. So Sailor Mars is perfectly fine. She stands up, she's ready to go, she's ready to fight. And she realizes she's talking in her sleep. And she's like, nope, I'm too embarrassed now. Wrong door, Mike. She's just too embarrassed to come with us when she realizes she's talking in her sleep. And she may have let slip what her true feelings are for Sailor Moon's boyfriend. By the way, we're not going to go back to that topic at any point in this video game, so if you want to learn more about all the juicy gossip and details about that, you're gonna have to go read the manga. Because I don't know how much they go into it in the anime either. I think they do more with it in the manga. But we know. Now we know. We all know. Then here's Lita, by the way. Going to school, and there's some guy here. This guy is a jerk. I hate this guy. I hate this guy so much. Because his line is literally just, well, I'm the only tall guy here, and you're tall, so I guess you have to date me. Like, what kind of a standard is that, right? And then he follows it up with, can you make me one of your special lunches for tomorrow? So first, you're gonna insult her like that. Like, you know, she's the only tall person, therefore there's nobody else for her at the school. And then, you're gonna make her cook? Look, I can't even count. I'm so upset. I can't even count to 6 right now. That was definitely 8. There we go. Get so mad. What really gets me is, it's supposed to be ideal. Like the ideal life we could all be living if we weren't Sailor Scouts, if we weren't heroes, if we didn't have all these burdens upon us. I just feel like she should have higher standards. Be more ambitious. She's Sailor Jupiter, for crying out loud. That guy's such a jerk. And he comes back later. We see him again later. And it makes me just as mad then as it does right now. Ugh. Doesn't help that I'm very short for a guy. That also doesn't help. I realize that might be part of it. But still. I'm the only tall guy here. Jerk. What a stupid line. What a stupid dude. So stupid. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, dun. I'm gonna turn the game down a little bit. Bum, bum, bum. You have such a cold heart. Apologize. So here's Tuxedo Mask, and in typical Tuxedo Mask fashion, he's gonna show up, contribute absolutely nothing, and then fall into the enemy's trap. He does help us avoid one part of the trap, because we think Chibi Moon's like dying, like she is in very grave danger. And he's like, no, no, no. The Genzuri show is keeping her safe. It's fine. Don't give up the stone. That's how she'll die. And we missed that part of the trap. But then he shows up and starts hallucinating anyway and falls right into the other part of the trap. And now they're both hallucinating and our party is leaderless. Please die now. That's my favorite line in this first chapter. Please die now. Everybody else is so serious. And Apsu is just very much not. Kya! So yeah, we fell into the trap and now two of our friends are temporarily out of the fight. I mean, things are looking really bad. I only know it's okay because I played this game before and I know it's going to be okay. But there are serious questions of whether or not it will be okay at this point. Boom, boom, boom. So Tuxedo Mask is slowly succumbing to the dark energy he was shot with. And therefore, to counter this dark and or negative energy, we must find a source of light and or positive energy. And we're going to do that by finding the 4 keystones, as we are about to see in this dramatic telling of the plot of Chapter 2. There are 4 keystones, and there are, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7 Saiyan Scouts on the screen right now, right? Could at least, at least pair off, right? Somebody that'll go by himself, but pair off, right? No. We're going to split up the party into 4 groups of 1, and then everybody else is just going to be absent for the whole of Chapter 2. Why are we splitting the party? Why? Why do we split the party? And then, from a game design aspect, the first Sailor Scout we're going to be playing as is Sailor Mercury, who is by far the weakest Sailor Scout of the group at the start of Chapter 2. Now I'm playing on the New Game Plus setting, so she's level 16 and has incredibly boosted stats. I'm not going to have to grind. I'm not going to have to do anything with her. She's just going to bowl over everything here. It's really nice. This is where, like, I'm only like 10 seconds ahead on the New Game Plus air quotes file. We're going to be saving a lot more time on the next split. We're going to be much farther ahead. Because Sailor Mercury has to grind up a lot, and the grinding is not necessarily safe, especially at the start. It's very easy for her to die. And just in a casual playthrough, it can be really frustrating because her section is very difficult. All the other Sailor Scouts, as soon as you start playing them, can at least kill something without dying if you forget to menu. Sailor Mercury can't. If you forget to menu, you get into a fight, you're dead. Just very dead. No, don't save the game. As a matter of fact, I wish you could see my notes that I have on the screen, because the first quarter of the screen is just, please open the menu, you dummy, you will die. It actually just says anklets at start like 15,000 times, but that's what you would do. Normally what I want to do is stack 3 anklets on Sailor Mercury so that it boosts her speed, which does nothing to keep her safe in battle, just helps her run away from battle. Like, I don't want to get into a fight. It's that bad with Sailor Mercury. Everybody else just kind of puts on attack gear and goes to town, but not her. We gotta run. It's gonna be real bad. Except she's level 16 and she has stats for like level 30 or something. It's pretty insane what the easy mode version of this game gives you in terms of stats. So no problem there. I am going to bother to stop and pick up gear though. I'm not gonna, because at some point it's gonna catch up to me. Because I start at level 16, which means I also need to get enough EXP to get to level 17. So at some point it will catch up with me a little bit, but right now I'm very far ahead. Like you can see, I'm supposed to be, for the boss fight coming up ahead, I need to be level 12 or 13. We're gonna be way past that. So this is our friend Hans. Hans is the guy who saved us when we fell and went Kya and crash landed. If we try to leave the village on our own, Hans won't let us leave because we're a girl and it's dangerous out there. But if we go back in the house and see that Hans is taking care of his very sick mother, we say, hey, we'll go to the village next door and go get the doctor who makes the special medicine you need. And then he lets us go by ourselves. He doesn't come with us, of course, but he is worried about us. Like, I don't want to make it seem like that, but he could also just let us, go on our own. That'd be great. 2 steps, Sailor Mercury. 2 steps. Come on. You can get further than that without getting into a fight. Chunk. Chunk. Oh, I'm stuck on a bit of ice. Run, run, run. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. I know it looks a little silly, but being able to manipulate encounters just by opening that menu makes me so happy inside. Because I know what step running's like in Final Fantasy IV. I know what it's like in 7. I know vaguely what it's like in 6. It's a real pain in the neck in those games to manipulate your encounter rate. Here, I don't have to count steps or nothing. I can just kind of feel it out with my gut. Open up the menu, close the menu. Then there's this guy. Like, I know I've been ranting and raving about all the stupid men in this game for like 15 minutes now. But this is just a bad 15 minutes. Because this is Dr. Schwartz. He's very old and hard of hearing. Let me try to paraphrase how this conversation goes now that we've got his attention. Are you Dr. Schwartz? Yes, I am. Oh my goodness. So hey, young lady, how old are you? Oh, we're 15. Oh, well, I'm turning 60 this year. So when's your birthday? Oh, you're a Virgo, the Virgin. Yes? Do you have a boyfriend? Maybe. I came here for something important, though. Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to go visit your friend Hans, right? There's so many monsters I can't go by myself. And we're like, yeah, that's what we're here for. We're here to come with you, dude. And he's like, oh my gosh, I'm going on a date. I'm so sick of this dude. Dr. Schwartz, man. At least he doesn't come back. Once we're done with this chapter, he never shows up again. Thank goodness. Look at these stats. By the way, I need an attack of 37 for this boss fight. That's the goal, is to hit attack 37. That was at what, 119? Yeah, we're going to annihilate this boss. I'm having so much fun with this New Game Plus speed. I'm just gonna have to call it New Game Plus because I'm never gonna remember any other name I give it. It's not technically correct though. There is no typical New Game Plus in this game. There's just a hidden way for you to start at a very high level for your characters at the start of the game. Which I highly recommend, by the way. The combat system and the difficulty curve in this game can be very, very finicky. It will ramp up wildly without any warning. Especially right here in this chapter, as I was saying earlier. But your formation, just a couple of stat points here and there can make a big difference. And your stat point, when you level up, the stat points you get are random. So if you get some bad rolls, you could be in a lot of trouble. Especially in the speedrun, if I get bad rolls, you have to get 1 or 2 extra levels sometimes. It's not a very well balanced game. Maybe that's the best way to summarize it. So we brought the doctor back, and it turns out we need to find, I think it's called Heliomoss. We need to find some kind of moss to make the medicine. Guess where the moss is? The moss is behind the cave where we just found Dr. Schwartz. So we're gonna go back by ourselves to get it. And now Hans is like, no, you're not going by yourself. I'll go with you. And I think it's mainly because he doesn't want to hang around Dr. Schwartz, because Dr. Schwartz is a creeper. And I can't say that I blame him. Also, you know, Dr. Schwartz spent some time with Amy, and Hans has a thing for Amy, let's be honest here. Run away. What turbo do I have on that's making all that noise? I don't see a switch on. Oh, it's start. Here we go. Thud. I need to put a weight on the end of the controller, because it'll lift up on me. Like it's trying to take off. I can just not be so heavy-handed, but... Go up, up. I was so close. That was so close. I am going to bother to save, because there's a very important skip coming up, and if I miss it, it's going to be way faster to run back to my save file than watch a very long cutscene and then do a lot of backtracking. I am not getting the encounter skip right now. Come on, mate. Let's go. It's so simple. Boom. There we go. That little... Excuse me, that little bend is a little tricky anyway. Because you just move so fast when you hit the one of the shoulder buttons for that run button. You move so fast that little narrow corridors like that are very difficult to move through. Excuse me. So I'm gonna turn off turbo here, just so I don't screw this up. So at some point, wow, what's happening? Kia, wow, earthquake. That's a gem we need. It just fell down the hole. And we're like, oh no, we need to get that, but we should give Hans' mother the moss first. And we're like, no. Sorry, Hans, we're here on the mission. We don't have time to save your mom right now. And he's like, no, it's too dangerous to go down by yourself. And then we fall in. Kia, that's what, 6 or 7 on the Kia account right now. Oh noes. It's Nabu, one of the Oppositio Senshi. Hans is gonna run off to save his mom. And we're gonna fight Nabu. And Nabu's gonna get annihilated. Let's go. That's the runaway button. There we go. Yeah, that first fight she has 150 hit points. We're a little bit above the level curve right now. New Game Plus is so good in this game. I don't think I've never, now that I think about it, I've never done a New Game Plus run of any speed run. Of any RPG, I should say, except for Undertale, if you want to count that as New Game Plus. Otherwise, never did. This is so much fun just crushing all these little bitty enemies. Nabu has no chance. Like, just as a show of how tricky this fight can be. Your goal for grinding is to hit level 12, but not just level 12. Level 12 doesn't really matter. That's just the first time you should bother checking your stats. What you really need is an attack stat of 37 and defense stat of 44. I've come in at 3644 before, died. I came in at 3743 before, super dead. Whatever the stats are in the notes, they're very, very important. Because the combat system in this game is very, very, very volatile. Your formation also matters a lot. All these stat points assume that you're in cluster and in the middle position. If you're somewhere else, you're on your own. Good luck with that. But that's just the goal I need to hit to even bother trying to do the fight. That doesn't mean I'm going to win the fight 100% of the time, because in the fight I've got, you need to heal not every turn, not every other turn, every time you get hit. Depends on what you get hit by. You have to like do math in your head to make sure you're healing only when you need to, because if you heal too much, you're going to run out of items, you're going to spend a long time in the fight, you're never going to deal damage. No, I don't want to save. Seal Mars. Split! Yeah, that's 6 minutes of grinding we just saved. Yeah, and we're going to save a bunch of time here too, because everybody has a... Sailor Mercury has the longest grind in Chapter 2 by far, but everybody else has a little bit of grinding they need to do. Not 6 minutes worth, though. I'm hitting A. Button got stuck. Burning Mandala. Oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Annihilate it. Completely and utterly destroyed. And yet we still fall victim to the trap. So this is our friend Fareg. Fareg is not going to be a love interest in the story. I don't know what you're thinking. Not at all. But we're still in search for the Heystone. We need to go back to that temple we just got ambushed at, but not before we do a little bit of shopping. Little bit of shopping. So yeah, turn off a turbo. Buy 11 Yaga soups. I told you we were gonna be eating a lot of soup in this run. 7 tiaras. Sorry, 6 tiaras. Yeah, any bath mitts we can. We can't afford them. I feel like I've missed a shop somewhere. But I'm not gonna worry about missing a tiara. Because we're gonna have so many extra stat points. Oop, I gotta get a cutscene first before I leave. You know why I'm short on cash? Because I didn't have to grind a Sailor Mercury. That's why the cash is so different. I was trying to figure out, like, what in the world is wrong with the... But that's what it is. With with so much less grinding in the run, we're going to have less cash to deal with. So I'm going to have to keep that in mind as we go through. But those Yaga soups are a good investment. I can pick up one extra tiara anywhere if I find out I really, really desperately need the tiara, but I don't think I'm going to need it. The bath mitts would be nice to have, but I've got some in my pocket already. You pick those up throughout the run. Pretty much every time you go shopping, you pick up a couple. But you don't need a set number. You just use those as you need them. So I'm not too worried about the shopping trip not going exactly according to script. Because we're power leveled. We're going to Just bully our way through whatever comes our way. Oh my gosh. I need to get my turbo controller straight here. Come on. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Uh-oh. Utterly annihilated. Oh my gosh. Max damage. There's no way to break the damage cap in this game. Snurgle. Nurgle completely destroys us here, by the way. Boom. Beats up our friend. Twice. Beats up our birds. Leaves us with the stupid gem that's an evil gem and not the gem that we need. And the priest here tells us Yaga Village has been in ruins for over 50 years, which is, of course, where we started this chapter, or this part of the game, is Sailor Mars was in Yaga Village. So that doesn't make sense. How could it be in ruins for 50 years if we were just there? So before we move on, we're definitely going to go back and check this out. There's no way the village is in ruins. It can't be. Well, we're going to annihilate that because I'm not on the run button. Bum, bum, bum. Everybody get their T-Tor emotes out for a completely non-ironic use of them. Boom, 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 ba-dum. I'm holding down R. I'm having a bit of a hardware issue where my button's actually sticking a little bit. I was definitely holding down run and just wasn't getting it. Boo-doop, boo-doop. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my gosh, get in the cave. You know what? It says tiara. Let's start with the tiara. I know it's not gonna matter yet, but it's going to matter later. Don't need to grind, so I'm gonna go right to the end here. Boom, 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 doom, 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 doom. Dum, 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 dum. Boom, 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 boom. So I have to climb the tower. And normally this is where I would start grinding. But normally when I'm running, I keep changing floors before I get into a fight, so I was not expecting that encounter. Get up there. So my goal is to have 39 attack, 40 defense, and my attack is well over 100. So we're good to go here for sure. Link up! Dun, 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 dun. Oh man. Annihilated. Boom, 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 dum, dum, dum. Dun, dun, dun. Boom, boom, boom. So it turns out both of our Birdo friends are okay. And so is Fareg. Hooray! Got the stone we needed. Everybody's alive and healthy. This is great. And unlike Sailor Mercury's chapter, Fareg seems like a pretty cool dude. Maybe these two really could get along and it'd be a thing, and you know. What happened though? What happened though was Frigg is also a ghost. Frigg's also been dead for quite a long time. So now she's broken Sailor Mars's. Now he's broken Sailor Mars' heart. Farewell. Not for nothing, but why did he wait so long to tell her? Isn't her entire she's always dealing with spirits. So first off, I guess maybe shame on her for not realizing what was going on, but it's not like she wouldn't have understood. Oh, pardon me. Man, that spaghetti's putting me to sleep. I had so much spaghetti. see, about 3 minutes of grinding for her chapter. Solar Jupiter does not spend very much time grinding at all, so we're probably not going to save as much time here. Boom, boom, boom. Solar Jupiter is pretty awesome, by the way. She's got a whole campfire going. Caught a fish. Then some dude comes out of the forest. No big deal, right? And he's gonna say, hey, instead of camping out here, you should come back to the village. To my village. My hidden, mysterious, magical village in the forest. Here, let me give you this pendant. I forget what he says what the pendant does. Oh yeah, he just has an extra one he just gives to us. Now that you have the pendant, I'll take you to the village. We just follow him to the village. No big deal, right? No big deal. Oh yeah, and his dad is the village chief here. Boom, that is not the house I'm looking for. This is the house I'm looking for. And then if we spent time talking to everybody, we'd realize all the women in the village refused to talk to us. And that's because the pendant we were given means that we are engaged to George, who's our friend, by the way. Our new friend is named George. George-san. So now we're engaged to be married. That's what the pendant means. But really, George has another love in his life. But she lives in the next village over, and therefore his dad does not approve, because the two villages just do not get along. So Solar Jupiter, being the awesome friend that she is going to try and help these two get back together. It's not the right phrase, but help these two, you know, be together like they should be. Try to help heal whatever these old wounds are that are keeping them apart because of their parents. That is it's a very dead enemy, but I was trying to run away. I gotta reselect the run button for every character. I forgot. Boom, boom, boom. Aggretsuko. It's that monster is almost named Aggretsuko. It's so close to being Aggretsuko. So close. This dude's like, this is the elder for the other village. He said he sees our pendant. He's like, nah, get out of here with that pendant. We come over here and we see, hey, this is a pendant that looks like the one we got from George. And it turns out Mary, who's the woman George loves, is the daughter of this village elder, or just village chief. Because of course, right? So we climb up the wall, by the way. Just remember how we get into this room. We climb up, have a little chit chat. And then Mary's dad hears a voice. It's like, Mary, what are you doing in there? Who are you talking to? And he's just knocking on the door, right? So we could climb out the window. Jupiter could just leave. But she's like, nope, we're going to break down this wall. Now, mind you, Mary's dad is still just knocking on the door. I have to say, gotta give Dad props for not breaking down the door and invading his daughter's privacy. Like, that's pretty cool. But that wall crashing must have created a ton of noise. You'd think he'd be a little more concerned. And of course, does this exit, normal exit out of the house? No. It leads to an underground path, because of course it does. For like some ruins and stuff. Get down the steps. Pause skip. To the left, pause skip again here. I usually run into an encounter in that hallway. Grab the spear here. If you don't grab this now, it is gone forever. Turbo's bad in menus. So maybe the Heystone we need is here, right? Hey, hey, hey! Stone's not here. This is our enemy battle. I'd be like, I tried to get this stone first, but it's not here. So I set up the cave to collapse. Bye. Yeah, no big deal. Mary, George. So it turns out the stone that we're looking for is part of the village lore. And if we were able to obtain the stone, and we give it to our friends George and Mary, that would be a symbol that they're actually meant to be betrothed. They're actually supposed to be together. So now we have even more reason to go after this stone. I guess. I mean, it's not like saving Tuxedo Mask is enough of a reason, right? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Get up. Oh, hold up. Hold up. I'm about to skip a cutscene. I got so excited because I'm level like 1 million or whatever level I am. You have to talk to your enemy here, or you get to the top of the tree and you just can't advance the game. It's not a trap. You actually have to watch this. Bum 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 bum. Now we can move on. I got stuck in the Luna P ball. Doggone it. There's another spot where normally I don't have to pause skip because the doors are just so close together. Unless I get stuck in the Luna P ball, of course. Which also makes it hard to grind here. Like, you're definitely supposed to grind here, but usually I'm at the top and I haven't even seen one battle. There we go. So it's about to ask us if we want to jump down the tree and chase after the enemy. And if you say no, there is no, you don't get a second chance. You just have to climb back down the tree. Whoops. What did I do? I hit split by accident. So Marduk has 530 hit points, which means she also doesn't have a chance. Destroyed. New Game Plus is so awesome in this game. Just bowling over enemies. It's so much fun. This fight's actually pretty easy regardless, though. The fight at the end of Sailor Mercury's chapter is difficult. Sailor Venus chapter has a couple of tricky sections. That's what's coming up next. Her section can be kind of complicated to know whether or not you're at the right level for what you need to do. That can get very tricky. Otherwise, chapter 2 is not too bad. So we showed this stone that we got to George's dad, and now he's even more upset than before. But now he wants us to go to Medeus Village, the other village. I think we're in Medeus. I forget what the name of the other village is. It's not really relevant. But that's where we're going. Down, 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 down. Go down. Okay, there we go. How many trees can I run into before I leave this area. And we learned quite a bit here about why the two villages were fighting. It had something to do with the stone going missing, and everybody thought the other village leader is the one who lost it, and so on and so forth. The most important thing we find out here is that George and Mary are cousins. They're related. Which kind of puts a damper on their plans to get married. But it also means, I'm just saying, you know, Lita's definitely got a bit of a crush on George, and he's newly single, and he thinks Lita's pretty awesome. I'm just saying, this is a missed opportunity here, because there's absolutely nothing's going to come of it. There's all the more reason why that whole other fan theory of mine makes so much sense. Because, look, these two don't end up together either. It's because there's somebody better for her out there. Boom, 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 boom. At some point I do need to save. So now we just got one more stone to get. Sailor Venus' stone. Boom, 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 boom. There's the Kunzite Sea Stone. Hey, we found it. We're done. Let's go back to Japan. Artemis is right. I'm getting a bad feeling about this, he says. Yeah. So now we fall down a hole, he says. Split. I missed that split by quite a bit, actually. But you can see we saved like less than a minute. There's just not a lot of grinding on Jupiter Split. So we've fallen down into this village, and summarize what this cutscene is. There are only men in this village. There haven't been women in this village in a very, very, very long time. So everybody wants to give us a tour of the village. And now they're chasing us. We just dive into somebody's house, and we're gonna just hide out here. But then somebody comes in behind us, and we're like, okay, now we need somewhere else to hide. So we're gonna hide in their bed. I love this. I love this line here, by the way. Hold on. They must have come into my, Darcy's house, stealthily. Why does he say it like that? It's so weird. It was me, Dio's house. Also, Artemis is totally trying to hit on Sailor Venus here. And it's not the only time he's going to do it in this chapter. I'm just saying. Oh, that's right. So now, to celebrate the fact that there's a woman in the village for the first time in a long time, they're throwing a huge party for us. Especially since we're Venus and goddess Venus, the image of Venus, however you want to put it, is like central to. It's very important in the village for whatever reason. But we have to pass time until the party starts. Which means we have to talk to everybody who's outside in the village. I don't have to go into all the houses, thank goodness. But if they're outside, I gotta talk to them. There we go, let's go to the party hall and check it out. Party time! Party time, there we go. Get up the steps. Check out everybody's dancing. That is some top shelf RPG Maker level dancing right there. And Artem's like, why don't we go back to Japan? And Venus says, let's just hang out here until we can sneak away, because she's absolutely enjoying all of this attention, let's be honest. She likes being the center of attention. There's nothing wrong with that, I'm just saying. That's what's going on here. Boom, boom, boom. So our rival now is Apsu. I don't care about anybody else. Just kill whoever has the stone, I think is what she said. She's looking for the stone too, but we have the stone. But Apsu's a bit of a... She's not that good at her job. And she also lets all of her minions do her work for her. So she has no idea that we have the stone. I said beam shower! That yummy AoE damage. When I say she sends minions at us, I mean minions. Those monsters are very low level. Even in a casual run, or a casual playthrough, you can probably take us out in 1 or 2 turns. You definitely want to have gear on though, because I've done that without menuing before. It's a 2-turn fight, and you leave with like single-digit hit points, which is why you bother to menu for that fight. It makes it a 1-turn fight, and even if you don't go first, which you will, but if for some reason you didn't, you'd be safe. And then, oh yeah, Apsu moves the statue, which sets off a curse, so everybody in the town has been turned to stone. Except for Artemis, who has plot armor. And except for us, because we have plot armor now, too. Just in case you're wondering whether or not everybody really has been turned to stone, I'll get your tutorials motes out again. They like doing this for some reason in this chapter. Boom, 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 boom. So that's where we need to go, by the way, is that cave. The only thing we have to do is get in that cave. There are 2 people who've been turned into statues here, so we have to help out. We are anyway, because we're Sailor Venus and it's our job, but even if we wanted to just leave, we can't, unfortunately. I was just about to say, the encounter rate in this particular section of the map is brutal. I don't know why this section of the map has so many more encounters, but it's pretty bad. And they're weak enemies too. It's not like there's good EXP here. Like, I'd pick up 1 level here just to kind of get me over the hump, but that's about it. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Turns out we've been here before in a previous incarnation of ourselves. Not yet. Gotta change areas first, Mike. Now this is where things would get really complicated. This is where you normally want to level up because the EXP is way better here than it is outside. But when you get here at level 9, you can just barely, maybe take out one of the encounters here. And you need a little bit of luck to do it, especially if you have bad luck on your level up rolls. It can be a very dangerous part of the game. I'm gonna save just because I don't think I've saved since the start of the game. Yeah, I haven't. Just in case something really doofy happens. This will be the place for it to for something bad to happen. I just took out my headphones. I'm not anticipating any problems whatsoever, but I'm very far into the run at this point, and if something dumb were to happen, that's going to be the end of stream for me, because I definitely don't have time for another run starting now, at least. Boom, 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 boom. Yes, you have. I don't understand why Venus gets so confused by this. Hold on. Now that I've think about that passage for more than 5 seconds, it says you need to use your holy light to heal the village, and we're like, what does that mean? The friend says the holy light you possess that can cause earthquakes, and that's when everybody gets. That's when they get confused because. Mia's like, I don't have a holy light. I'm Sailor Venus, not, Sailor Holy Light. I was like, that's it. The powers you have weren't originally meant for destruction. Except they cause earthquakes. Earthquakes are bad. That's a lot of destruction. It's at least a fair amount of destruction. Artemis is silly. Told you the encounter rate here is so bad. Why is the encounter rate so bad? So now we know what we must do. Oh yeah, I've missed the split pretty badly, by the way. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. She still doesn't know that we're the ones that we have the stone. She's completely clueless to this fact, by the way. And we're done here. Everybody's been turned to normal. Just in case you don't believe us. Going on another tour of the village. Boom, 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 boom. Trying to think of where I could get a quick bathroom break in. If I had thought about it at the start, this would have been the best place to do it. But I didn't think about it till midway through. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. So now we can go. Didn't matter. First step anyway. Yes, get on the ark. It's one of the better tracks in the game. In the door. Boom, 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 boom. Like I said, there's a lot of grinding you have to do in Venus' chapter, and it's not easy to do. We're gonna be quite far ahead after this fight. I'm not only stronger than you, I'm friendlier. I'm gonna step away quickly here. boom, boom. I'm gonna dry my hands down. I just put lotion on and I need to play a game. That was so stupid of me. That was so incredibly stupid of me. Oh, that was really silly. What made me do such a silly thing? I missed a split. Boom, boom. So Chibi Moon also starts at level 16 with a massive stat boost in New Game Plus. Usually it drops you into a fight against two Boxies, which are very, very weak enemies that spit out a ton of EXP. And it's mainly just to get Chibi Moon caught up at the start of her chapter. But she's gonna be well caught up already. I've only got one more section of significant grinding I can think of. And after that, we'll know just how much time we've saved in grinding over a regular any percent run. So it turns out there's an Oppositio Senshi match, if you will, for Chibi Moon 2. Whose name is Anshar. Enter password immediately. I don't know any password. Wrong password. Let's see if she's got any. Nope. Good up. Yeah. Told you they're very, very weak. Bum 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 bum. Boom boom boom. Boom 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 boom. Boom boom boom. Boom 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 boom. Bum 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 bum. Yeah, da 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 ba do. But do dum dum bum dum bum 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 dum dum bum bum. June's been teleported somewhere. I can't even remember exactly where we are, but we have to go find her. Can't remember where that is in relation to, like, planet Earth, is what I'm trying to say. Oh my gosh! The Mistress 9 fight's gonna be so easy! Cause I'm so high level. Oh, this is the best. This is the best. I'm so happy with this. The next boss fight is a pain in the neck. There's a save point right outside of it, but it's like a coin flip whether you win the fight or not. Because if she puts you to sleep on the first turn, you hit reset. You're gonna lose the fight, and it's a multiple turn fight. So if at any point you get put to sleep, you're pretty much done. Up. Dun, dun, dun. Oops. Turbo off. Boom, 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 boom. B, I'm hitting B. Boom, boom, boom. Before we can save Chibi Moon, we have to save Sailor Saturn. You have no idea how mad I'm going to be if somehow we die in this fight at this level. But the first boss fight's against Mistress 9, who has a chance to just put us to sleep. And at lower levels, being put to sleep is the end of the fight. We lose. But at this level, we should be just fine. We should definitely go first and take her out. Yeah. I've lost so much time on that fight. PB gets it first try, but... Oh. Boom, 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 boof, boof. So using the power of the Genzui Show, that's just at the center of everything going on in this game, we're able to lock Sailor Saturn into her normal self and keep her from switching between the body she has in different timelines. Yeah. Get a menu as soon as we're out of this text. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. I don't know why I put that at Tiara and Sailor Moon. Get all turbos off, let's go. Boom, 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 boo-doo, boo-doo, doo-doo, doo-doo, boom. Whoa, 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 whoa. So the first line of text here asks, do you want to do an optional boss fight or not? No. Boom, 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 boom. Wait, we're not done at the lab. That's not where I split. Yo, dum. I was like, 20 minutes is a lot. I don't know if we're that far ahead. 10, 15 would be more reasonable. Boom, ba, boom, ba, boom. Dum, 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 dum. I don't know why we take the bus. We could just run there. Since we outrun cars. Just saying. Makes no sense. Get up. Why did it go so far to the left? Good grief. And we're going to teleport to where Chibi Moon is now. That makes a little more sense. Still a lot higher than... Still save more time than I thought we would, but... Boom, 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 boom. Talk to her. Dun 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 dun. So this is where, I mean, Saturn's been in our party permanently for a little while now, but this is where we're gonna put her in that metal captain spot and make her our main damage dealer. This is also where I would stop the grind if it was not a New Game Plus run. But I'm gonna put Saturn in the middle position. I'm gonna give her some attack bonus items, and she's just going to go bananas on these bosses. Like, it's more so because we're going to out level these bosses, but even in a regular 80% run, she would be very, very scary from this point forward. Tiara. Moon needs anklets. Chibi Moon also needs anklets. No. Go. Bum 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 bum. Since it is a New Game Plus run, though, I'm probably just going to have everybody melee these bosses to death. Rather than let Sailor Saturn use a very long animation attack to do it. That just seems like the smarter option. These would be boss fights against the DD girls, but it's going to be completely trivial in New Game Plus mode. The DD girls being a classic Sailor Moon villain that we've already defeated before, but the opposites here essentially are starting to be successful in their plans. Wow, that's lasted 2 turns. And they are slowly changing history as we know it. And we haven't done anything to counteract them yet. We've just kind of been dealing with the symptoms. Until somebody else did the attack in. No, wait. You attack. There we go. Yes, Queen Beryl has been revived. Oh man, we're gonna find out something interesting here in a minute. So there are 3 fights against Queen Beryl. The first fight's a little tough, but you can get through it with the speedrun strats. The third fight is a little bit longer, So you need a little bit more luck. Make sure you don't want Saturn to go down in that fight. But otherwise, it's not too bad. Now, you've definitely got healing and res items. It's not like it's unrecoverable. Just, you want some good luck to get through there clean. The second fight against Queen Beryl here is a fight you're meant to lose, like, immediately. So I wonder... well, I shouldn't say immediately. It kind of strings you along a little bit. Like, once you get hit, you're super, super dead. But it'll let you play out your first few turns. I wonder if we can take it out. And then I wonder what happens if we do. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Oh, doesn't matter. Nope. Nope. Still can't take it down. Wow. Wow. Oh, gosh. Huh. Well, I did learn something else new. I didn't know that only Chibi Moon had to go down. Because usually what happens is Beryl uses this AoE everybody dies instantly move, and everybody dies at the same time. She's never just sniped out Chibi Moon like that. Well then. So now we use the Genzui Show to lower her defenses, and now we can take her out. Bum, 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 bum. Huh. I didn't know what would happen. I didn't even think about this being a strategy to take that fight on, but it's still not. Still can't win. That's really silly. It should let you win. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, this split went a little bit sideways in my PV. So Saturn goes down on the first turn in these fights. You can recover. It's not a big deal, but you do lose some time getting her back up right. So we're going to save some time on top of that too. Tuxedo Mask is feeling better again. And Amy's trying to say, yeah, but he needs to rest. Maybe you should come see him tomorrow. And Usagi's just like, nope, I'm too happy. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, mm-hmm. Sorry, we ain't got time to talk to anybody. Gotta go talk to our boyfriend. Oh, my throat is starting to hurt. I've been streaming a lot this week. I've been doing a lot of commentary this week. Usually I don't stream 5-6 nights in a row. It's been a long week on my throat. I'm looking forward to a nice big mug of tea after this run. And go cozy up with Spoonie's subathon stream. I actually got a couple of bucks to throw at a subathon this time. Man, isn't Big John doing something this week too? Man, it's a big weekend. Jeez Louise, I'm over here streaming Sailor Moon. But I think Big John's got a big event going on right now too. I can't watch and play at the same time. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, now I get to pick my party for, I think, the first time in a run, yeah. I'm stuck with the two Moonies, unfortunately. But we're going to take Jupiter and Saturn, they're our biggest damage dealers, and Sailor Venus, too. We're on our way to the time door. The door of time. Boom. Got some confetti for Saturn somewhere. Tack up. Out of anklets. It's fine. Boom, 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 boom. Ah, it's not the part of the song I thought it was. Take him out, guys. Boom. Like I said, the bosses are starting to catch up to our level boost. Like that definitely was a one shot, but it's a lot closer now than it has been. Are you for real? No! Fudge. Never actually done that before. Shoot, I needed a chest in that room. Doggone it. This is like a big maze if you haven't figured it out yet. Left chest. TP right. When I find a spot. Oh my goodness, thank you. How did I not run over that spot? had trouble their last run, too. There it is. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun-dun. I definitely did not split at the right time somewhere. I did get a lot more encounters than I usually do, which is none. So that's not helping on this particular split. Still on the boss or the fudge it. Doo doo doo. So now we've got everybody, by the way. The whole crew's all together, finally. Which we have Sailor Pluto in the party. And I know we've started with the level boost, but if you think I'm going to cut Sailor Pluto from the party, you're absolutely crazy. Sailor Pluto is incredibly overpowered in this game. It's pretty ridiculous how overpowered she is. I mean, it's because she has one ability called Time Stop, which stops time for the enemies and will just unlock them for 2 turns. The problem is that it costs all of her mana, her EP in this game, all of her mana, though, to do that. Which is why our shopping list is so important. Because we're going to buy a bunch of items that restore mana, energy points, whatever they're called in this game. Boom. Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Hold on. I got myself turned around a little bit. Bookstore. That's where I'm trying to go. I was hoping to talk about Sailor Pluto. I forgot where I was going. We're looking for a book to tell us about the moon. And this dude has the weirdest walk animation. Which is fine. Got a cookbook? We don't want a cookbook, dude. Come on. We want a book about the moon. Let's go. Arithmetic book. Definitely don't want that. It's a Nakiyoshi magazine doing it here. Nakiyoshi are anime like Sailor Moon, if I remember correctly. And here's a book about the moon all the way back where we started. Then he's like, well, this book's of 1 million yen. And we're like, what? And he says, well, you're kind of cute, so have it for 300 yen. I don't have enough money. Hold on. Did he... Hold up. Whoa. Because usually I don't go shopping first. Whoops, I didn't mean to. Hold on. Did he give us the book anyway? That's pretty awesome. Oh my god, Mike. Get over here. I think he gave us the book anyway. Usually I don't go shopping first. That's not a big deal. I didn't even know. I completely forgot I needed the 300 yen for the book. Oh, are you serious? He did not give me the book. That's what I'm saying. I gotta go find 120 yen somewhere. Boom, boom, boom. I didn't even know that was gonna be a thing. Got plenty of stuff to sell though. Not those, not those. I was looking for the R button. There we go. Where is the bookstore now? Where is... I've got myself turned around again. Where is the bookstore? Let's see this. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's right. And then when you buy the book, he says, "What's a girl like you want with a book about the moon?" Which, like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Excuse you. And then he says, "Well, I don't know. You look like you're a moon princess or something." And now it's like, all right, well, hold on, dude. First you were a jerk, but now you just know too much. You know all my secrets, and you're gonna have to be eliminated. That's my personal opinion. See, another old dude hitting on Sailor Moon, though. With his $1 million moon book. 1 million yen moon book. How absurd is that? So we're off to fight another set of classic Sailor Moon villains. We're going to head up to the UFO here. And then we're going to have a series of 4 boss fights against Gon, Baruch, Carabarus, and Pets. On the Black Moon UFO. Black Lady is going to be making an appearance later on in the game as well. Who's, of course, Chibi Moon's evil version, kind of like Mistress 9 is to Sailor Saturn, which I know I am simplifying the story quite a bit, but that's the Too Long Didn't Read version. Alright, you need to pick 4 party members. We're going to go with Venus, we're going to go with Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn, of course. Form up. So Pluto goes in the back, because her spell, we just need her for a spell, and we need her to stay upright. Jupiter and Venus go in the front, because they're going to be dealing damage. I don't think I set up that link-up technique between these two yet, but now we have. And we're going to do some more shop. Actually, I just went shopping, didn't I? Yes, I did. That's when I usually take my shopping trip. Left door twice. Up 1, left door. Boss fight? Boss fight. Oh yeah, and these are all single target fights. We're just gonna fight these out. Ooh. There we go. Said they're slowly starting to catch up. EXP wise. So I am going to have Sailor Saturn do what she's supposed to be doing here. Just in case they finally have caught up in level. Yeah, we're fine. The next boss fight actually has 14,000 hit points though, so we're definitely not going to be able to one-shot it, but we'll clear it out in the first turn. I don't think anybody will get hit. And this boss has 20,000 hit points. It's a Coconut Cyclone! Boom. Boom, boom. Again, I'm hitting a run. The button's getting stuck. I'm gonna have to open this thing up and work on it a little bit, I think. So now we're going to time travel to the past, by the way. I know that's a big jump from the little bitty piecemeal of the story we've been getting so far, but we're going to do some time traveling now. We have to go back and start fixing everything that's been going wrong. This is a fairly long cutscene sequence. So sub 4 hours is definitely going to be a thing. Probably not sub 3, because there's just not much grinding left to save time on. I might... No, I better not, because they are catching up, so I'm going to do that optional dragon fight anyway. Which you do in an 80% run to get some really fat loot out of it. To get yourself a nice attack bonus for the rest of the run. A 330 would be pretty spectacular. If we could save a full hour over any percent, that'd be pretty awesome. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. So here you can see what Sin's motivations are somewhat. Sailor essentially didn't come to save her and her parents, and they were able to save everybody, but not the people she cared about. Her family had to die to bring about this peace, and she's never really forgiven us for that. And it turns out Anshar has some very potent abilities as well. My gosh, everybody's all beat up. Except for Pluto. Pluto's fine, because Pluto deals with time all the time. But... boom, 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 boom. Still quite a bit of text to mash through. So this is a very long cutscene sequence. No, I did not just do that. I did not mean to realize side-lie split. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. I thought that was an important message to try to read. And it wasn't. Doggone it. We're almost done. We're in the last room for these cutscenes at least. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. All right, who are we taking? Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Oh shoot, down, Mike. Oh, where I'm on the I remember where I am now. Right. I'm going to the wrong place. And my hand's cramping up. I'm having a rough day. I'm just having a rough day. Hand hurts. Eyes hurt. Oh my gosh, get around this corner, Sailor Moon. It's my own fault. Taking the wrong turn. We're not here for very long. If I could just get around these corners. There we go. There's the boss fight I was looking for. Yeah, these bosses now have over 10,000 health, which means there are going to be at least 2 attack fights now, even in the boosted mode. But I ain't scared. Boom, 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 boom. I am gonna time stop once though, because I also ain't stupid. Boom, 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 boom. That's not what I'm looking for. That's not. Where are There they are. I got plenty. Yeah, I got plenty of them. So this is how Sailor Pluto is just going to break this game wide open. The time stop always works. Even if it says miss, it just means the damage aspect missed. It doesn't mean that the time stop part of it missed. And it'll stop him for 2 turns. So on the first turn, he stopped. I get all my mana back with fragrances, or not fragrances, with whatever the item is. It just slipped off the top of my tongue. But then on the second turn you just cast it again because it'll stick and overwrite itself. If I do not get off of the screen, thank you. I can't remember if I split after the fight or after we take off. But I'm gonna split after we take off this time. I guess we split after the fight. No, I had Turbo A on. Son of a gun. Where's, oh, sure. There it is. So first stop, now that we have an airship, is the North Pole, to check in on the Moon Kingdoms. Boo-doop, 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 boo-doop. What do I have Turbo on? Oh. And we're just here to watch a bunch of cutscenes and pick up a few items. Boom, 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 boom. Doom, doom, doom. Boop, boo. Boo, 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 boom. Down. How am I stuck in this corner? Pray tell. I can't believe you can't get around on that side. That's so silly. Where's where is this turn I'm looking for? There it is. The encounter rate is terrible. What is going on? Oh, great. How did all my... What is going on right now? The menu's got all out of whack. Everything's all out of whack. Ooh, that's the most vulgar language Sailor Moon's gonna use in this entire game. It's calling him a tightwad. Boom, boom. Oh, for real? It's the right door, isn't it? Yes. Ah, my God. Can I get something right? I'm just in a rut right now. It's gonna be an ugly split. See, usually I do these two cutscenes in opposite order, and for whatever reason, that completely messed me up today. I think you just get a cleaner path if you go the other way, the way I went now. Except for the fact I got lost in the castle, but I think you get a cleaner path through. But we're done in the North Pole now. Now we can go back to our arc. Now we're actually gonna go to the Moon Kingdom. Boom, 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 boom. This is us realizing we can't help anybody here because if we do, it'll change the timeline, which is what we're trying to prevent to begin with. Power and responsibility and all that. Alright, hold on. Everybody's all... Run. 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 Thank you. Fudge. Give me the skip. Oh my gosh, this North Pole is just kicking my ass today. I can't get one pause skip. Been stuck in all the terrain. Are you serious? That is a really short trigger. That is just bad luck. I can't be doing it that quickly. I'll never get to where I'm going. There we go. Boom, boom. This is the one I want the left door on. Do. Boom, 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 boom. I know we just left here, but there are items hidden in here. There we go. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Why does that have to be right there? Just to make it that much more difficult to get this cutscene to play. It's so lame. Stupid little piece of rubble. A whoosh. Do. Boom, boom. So now we've righted all of the wrongs in the Moon Kingdom as far as the past is concerned. Everybody who's supposed to be dead has died. Everybody who's supposed to live has lived. But now Sailor Moon is missing and she's been kidnapped by the enemy. But not the Oppositio Senshi, some other enemy. Also, I love how it has to change areas and just put that on the screen so we know where we're going. Stop the music, change the music and everything. It's a big to-do for that little cutscene. Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter. And Venus. I knew I was missing somebody. So now we're gonna get Sailor Moon back from Sapphire. Not Sapphire, Sapphire's brother, right? Formation, formation, formation. those. There's the confetti. Oh my gosh, I'm stuck on terrain again. Boom, 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 boom. So now we're gonna go off to do an optional fight here to go get another red tulip, which is a gigantic attack boost. I think the speed boost item too, if I remember correctly. But it's a fantastic, very rare accessory to pick up. So we're gonna have to do 2 optional boss fights to get one. And these are absolutely vital in an any percent run. To make up for your utter lack of levels, obviously. Are you serious? That's so silly. Counter rate here is usually not that bad. Are you serious? Stupid. God. I was that close. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna do this just like you do in any percent and pretend I don't have all the boosted levels and stats. Because this boss has 32,000 hit points. So, yeah, let's not play around too much with it, right? Boom, boom. In fact, I'm gonna do what I usually do anyway. Boom, boom. Just get everybody through this first turn. So that was a 15-point attack bonus for everybody. And now we're gonna get to work. Boom, boom, boom. You know, Sailor Chibi Moon might be able to actually contribute. No! Fudge, that was the wrong item. I'm gonna lose my time stop here. Nope. You can't help me out here. Boom, 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 boom. So what is this stupid item? Cologne. My gosh, why can I not remember that today? Honestly, I don't think we'll even need the other time stop, but I'm gonna have it, so I'm gonna cast it. Or not. Dang. We really are kicking so much butt. Bump, bump, bump. I didn't realize she was on the wrong item. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, man. We're definitely not going to need more than one time stop. There we go. Down. I gotta run away now. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Where are all these encounters coming from? It's usually not this bad here. Oh my goodness. This is terrible. I can't believe I missed the teleporter. Yep. Stuck on a little piece of rock again. So here comes Black Lady. The Black Lady fight. Two Yumi's fighting herself now. It's me! So the reason why all our enemies are coming out is because they think we're weak. The Genzui Sho has been split into multiple shards, and regular Destiny dictates we find all of those shards, put them all together, and we have a fully functioning Genzui Sho. But the opposite Sho Senshi have stolen one of the fragments, which means everything else around the Genzui Sho is kind of falling apart. Holy mother! Oh man. Zero Sun just got bodied. Well then. Told you they'd catch up. Alright. Oh, life. No, I don't need to use it for everybody. Pick you up. Bum bum. I should be able to get to the end. Not any more fights now. Bum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Boom, 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 boom. So now we're finally gonna get into a fight against Sin. Who's the leader of the pack over here? She is our main antagonist here. Dun, dun, dun. I better hold on to those. I don't think I'll need it here anyway. Good. Yeah, we're definitely good. We're just a one-time stop. Ba-da-da-ba-da-da-ba-da-bum. Wow. Boom, 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 boom. So now we're going back to our actual time. Definitely some cutscenes at the start here, too. Boom. Late split, that's okay. So now we're back in the present. Everybody's gonna split up to see if Destiny has been changed. Just go check on everything. Make sure we actually did our job in restoring the timeline. So everybody's gonna split up a little bit. Not into parties of one like earlier, at least. Chapter 2, man. Pardon me. That was really threading the needle. Boom, ba-da-da-da-da-dum, boom. So what Sin has done is taken control of Sone's younger brother Shingo. Turned him against us. Soon loves her little brother even though they pick on each other quite a bit. So this just won't stand. We're definitely gonna have to do something about this. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. What is going on with the menu? Time stop. That's going. There we go. Oh my gosh. This might kill a time stop. Oh, Kobe. Swish. Split. That was awesome. Oh, this is entirely a cutscene split for me. This is a very long cutscene. Very, very long. Oh, I guess there's a little bit of moving, but once we get to the shrine, it's all cutscene. Doop doop boop boop. Boom boom. Boom. Boo-doop, boo-doop. Boo-doop, boo-doop. So now we're gonna go to the future without Tuxedo Mask. Who has to stay behind to fight? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 doom, doom. So they're trying once again to get us to give up the fight and show us the future that we could have if we were just normal people, not superheroes. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Do, 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 do. Boom, 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 boom. Here's this jerk again. Oh my god. He says it again. He says, I'm tall just like you. That's why we're together. He says it again. God. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Synchronized blinking is super scary. That's just creepy. So need so I'm gonna do Sailor Moon's turn through the abyss. Alright. So Moon is getting Venus, Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune. Neptune. She's getting Mercury, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus. And I have to make both of these parties viable here. Normally when I split up, I only have to worry about an A team. But now I need an A team and a B team, and I need them both to be combat viable. Because they're about to go through 2 different boss rushes. I guess I split at probably select, huh? Boom, 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 boom. This button is sticking a lot more today than it was the last couple of runs. Turn turbo off. Boom, 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 boom. I think I'm gonna no, because I missed a buy on those earlier. Alright, so I need to level up a little bit here. I actually do need to level up now. Look at that. Sailor Saturn. Fact. Gotta change my party order too. Boom, boom. Boom. I know that didn't look right. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. It's one. Actually, our stats are still so boosted that I'm behind on levels, but I'm probably ahead on stats. But it'll just be one more fight, so I don't want to just make sure stay ahead, because it's not like we have a ton of hit points either, especially on Saturn, who's our key party member right now. And these combaters sometimes drop something I need. Yeah, I got a fragrance drop, so that was definitely worth it. So there are two types of ways for me to attack to boost my attack power, I should say. If I use multiple items, they don't necessarily stack. They override each other. But there's also a spell, that Healing Shower spell that I picked up earlier, will boost my attack, but it'll stack with the items. So from here on out, I'm going to be stacking my attack bonuses whenever I can to maximize my damage output. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Now we're finally at our big battle against all the opposites Yosenshi. 5 on 5, let's go. Except not really. It's gonna be 5 on 2, then 5 on 2, then 5 on 1. Boom, boom. Doing this the wrong way around. Alright, Turbo, you're messing me up right now. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. And time stop. Jeanette! That's bad. Yup. get a time stop. Sailor Saturn missing all this DPS bonus, all these DPS bonuses is bad. It's not unrecoverable or anything by any stretch, but that's definitely not ideal. Probably gonna use yeah, I'll throw a manicure on her so she's got something. A little healing shower again. Nice. That's just overkill at this point. That's just cruel. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, for crying out loud, Mike. I lost more time trying to fix that one error in the combat order. And everybody leveled up, so when you level up, you get all your hit points back. So we're good on hit points. See? Boom, boom, boom. Frag out. Defend. Our healing shower up. Get Saturn through this first turn. It's gonna cut the time of this fight to be very short. We're good to go now. Boom, 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 boom. This might do it. Come on, come on. No. Ooh, this is not good. Alright, I missed everybody. That'll do it. Then one last fight. Just against Sin. Dum, dum, boom, boom. Yeah, plenty. Good. Of course. Of course. Boom, 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 boom. I like the double finger guns at Venus Love Me Chain. Let's see if we get back around to it. Venus, love me, Jane. Yes. That is everybody on the split. Yo, we're gonna be quite far ahead. So we've turned all opposites Yosenshi back into normal human beings. They don't have their superpowers anymore. Except for Sen, whose hatred or motivation, however you want to put it, is so strong that we weren't able to heal her at this moment. But we can save Shingo. It's all good. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, really? I fat fingered the stick. But that reminds me, I gotta get everybody in order here. We're not in order. Boom, boom. So our main damage dealer in this party is going to be Jupiter. The problem is I don't have Sailor Pluto to make things mind-numbingly easy. So I need everybody to be absolutely at their best. In fact, that's what I meant to do. That's why I opened up Jupiter's menu. Instead of giving her a bonus DPS item, I'm going to give her this ribbon, which is going to protect her from status effects. If Jupiter goes down, everything in my life in this game stops until I fix it. You get her back up, or get her healed again. Can't do anything else until that happens. Information's good. Jupiter's all set. We've got 5 boss fights here, 1 at each one of these crystals. Again, fighting some classic Sailor Moon villains from our past, who we've defeated before, but have come back again. So, Bone Spray. Boom. Do, 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 do. Nice. Boom, 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 boom. Ho, 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 ho. Nice. Maybe even just hold on to a couple extra fragrances. So we're doing just fine on damage. That's a split, by the way. Boom, boom. Dun, dun, dun. I'm gonna hold on to this fragrance for a little while then. Boom, 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 boom. Doing plenty of damage anyway. Definitely don't need it. So the reason why I have Mercury attacking, even though her damage is pitiful, is Shabon Spray slows down enemies. It tries a little bit more than 90% than it does here, but split. This is going to be a fight against 2 enemies. So this is what I wanted to save fragrances for. I want 1 each for the last 2 bosses in the game. Which means I got 1 left over that I'm going to burn here. Of course, the one time I managed to save most of everybody's menu positioning, I need to defend with everybody on the next turn, or in the next fight. We just lost Sailor Mars. And Mercury. I'm gonna press on without him though. But Cyclone. Boom. What occurs to me, since everybody's boosted, everybody can deal damage. That's not great for me. We gotta get out of this fight, like right now. People being confused with this level boost is really bad news. I didn't think about it till right now. We gotta get out of this fight right now. There we go. That was about to get really, really bad. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun. Bum, 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 dun, 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 dun. Oh man, they still went first. That whirlwind cut would have annihilated me if it landed. It would have been okay, because everybody in the background would have been okay, but all my DPS would have gone down, and we'd have lost a couple of turns getting them back. That's a split, by the way. Oh my gosh. I cannot get a skip today. Should be the last fight. Unless I missed one somehow. Almost got her in one round. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go. Stat split. Oh, everybody's bringing. Oh my god. We're done. Boom. It's definitely not going to be a sub 330. There's just too much text in the game left for that. But sub 340 would be pretty awesome. I don't know, maybe, I mean... no, there's not 12 more minutes of time left to save. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, Chibi gets Mercury, Mars, Platoon. So now I'm making 2 parties again, but only one of them has to be viable at this point. So I turbo off? Yes. Jupiter in the middle, Venus in the front for damage, Saturn in the front for damage too. We're done with items, yes. Bum 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 bum. We can't free Tuxedo Mask until we defeat Apsu. So once again, Tuxedo Mask continues on the meme of not doing anything when he shows up. Boom, boom. Doop, doop, doop. Boop, boop. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom, boom. Pardon me. Alright, let's go, Apsu. Come on. I say that, but I am absolutely going to turtle up on this first turn and get time stop out. Shower. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Sparkling line pressure. We're doing this right. Fragrance. I have plenty now. I got some drops, evidently. Heck yeah. That was definitely overkill on Jupiter, but boom, boom, boom. Should be the last time stop I need. Yes. Didn't even need that one. Dum. Boom, boom, boom. Go, go, go. Boom. There's only one more fight left. And a lot of text. This could definitely be a sub 330 run. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I can't believe Vince Carter's still playing basketball professionally in the NBA. He's like 100 years old. It's insane. Boom, 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 boom. Ba-da-da-dum. Ba-da-dum. boom, boom. So making two parties one more time. And we're finally changing our formation to shoot, which means there's no real back row. Everybody's gonna have nobody's gonna have their attack power drastically nerfed. Is the reasoning for this? Fudge. Boom, 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 boom. Bum bum bum. That was good, RNG. Oh, come on. That was good RNG followed by... Can you please die? See how that tune. It was good RNG. So you purposely lose the first version of the fight because it's a very dangerous fight with a lot more hit points than the backup bad ending run where Chibi Moon's party comes in to save the day. Let's go. Rinse. I better not screw around because my last save is like 3.5 hours ago. So time stop. If I knew Pluto was gonna go first, I could have had everybody attack this turn. Nope. Oh wow. Even Chibi Moon's bringing some damage. Go, go. Definitely gonna be a sub 340. It's not gonna be a sub 335 though, because there's a little bit of text after this boss fight that's on the timer. Boom, 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 ba-dum. Dum, 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 dum. Ba-da-dum, boom, 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 boom. Boom, ba-da-dum, boom, 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 boom. There it goes. There it goes. It's probably gonna be a 335. What you gonna do? Boo, 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 boo. Go, go, go. Oh, come on. So time is when screen fades to black and then the moon comes in. Up there it is.